What's going on, everybody? I know I've not done a Disney video in a long time. In fact, I rarely do them on this channel, but this has been such a heavily talked about topic, and this is one that I've generally of all the announcements of that Disney's had over the last few years. This has been the one that's intrigued me the most, and the one I'm wanting to do the most speculation into. So, Hollywood Studios announced. So about 3 weeks ago a little over 3 weeks ago now at D23, Hollywood Studios announced a new Monsters Inc. land coming, which includes the Door Coaster, this has been an idea since I think since the movie came out, and pretty crazy that's actually come to fruition now. And yeah. So we haven't gotten much in the way of concept art other than this, and this which is just the layout. Doesn't look like anything too crazy, but this thinks it's gonna be right more for the theme. It's at Disney Park. First Spin Coaster Disney Park, that's definitely something, but they did release these two pieces of concept art, which leads to today's video. Where do I think it's going to go in Hollywood Studios? And people have been rumoring a lot of different things, and as far as I know, uncertainty still persists as far as where this is going to go. But yeah, this piece of concept art is replacing Muppets in Grand Avenue, which I'm really hoping it does not, but only time will tell. And this one shows it replacing Launch Bay and Animation Courtyard, which I think makes a lot more sense. But now we're going to get into, what I think, and even some of the other rumors that I've heard, and my feedback on that. So we got a actual Hollywood Studios map right here, and I actually have one from 2009, but it doesn't have Galaxy's or Toy Story Land on it, so it's pretty much irrelevant. But yeah, we're gonna start with the Animation Courtyard, and I think that this makes the most sense, because as far as I know, it is not a very highly populated area in the park, but there is an issue here. There's actually issues with both of them. So, this Little Mermaid show, I think it's been closed since the COVID shutdown, is reopening this fall. They're redoing it. So, construction on this is going to start next year, as far as I know. So, are they gonna, close it after less than a year? I think that's very unlikely. Yeah, and they just started casting people for that recently, so that I don't think they're gonna close after less than a year. It doesn't seem very practical. But they could close this. They can close Launch Bay, and I don't think they're going to make complaining, because they can just relocate all of that to Galaxy's Edge, which they should have done long ago. And this Disney Junior, them closing this, I'm a little bit more unsure, because Hollywood Studios does not have very many attractions for young kids as is, and I think losing this for the younger audiences would be a bit of a blow. But quite frankly, this area just hasn't had any life in a long time. So I think closing this is a no-brainer, and expanding, behind. They could expand into the feature animation building here. I could see that. Or if they were to close off the whole area, including this Little Mermaid show, which again, I don't think it's likely, seeing they're just reopening it after it not being open for more than 4 years. But you never know. They close all of this. They want to keep Disney Junior. They can. They can just maybe, I think, put it in this Walt Disney Presents right here. I think that's possible. I think all that, didn't they used to be One Man's Dream? I think all it's had is just a couple character meets the last couple of years. So, and that's something they can easily just do elsewhere in the park. So, yeah, and I think, because this area has been pretty much abandoned as far as I know for recent years. This, I think, makes the most sense far and away, and it's not even close. And I think it's more space to work with on the Muppets area as well. And other stuff I've heard from other people, which I don't know if I believe this or not. I've heard people say that it could take over this area where Rock and Roller Coaster and Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy is. I don't know, just because it is, Rock and Roller Coaster is pretty highly popular in the park and does attract long waits, but it's been having a lot of issues even after a 6-month refurbishment. Aerosmith just retired, so it's possible, I guess. But and even this Lightning McQueen show, while it's mainly targeted at kids, I think it is still very popular. So the odds of I'm actually closing this, I don't know. I think this Animation Courtyard makes so much more sense, and I mean, this probably attracts more people than Animation Courtyard and Muppets combined. I mean, this was rumored to be replaced long ago, so, yeah, it's possible, I guess, but I don't think it's very likely. I mean, this Lightning McQueen show, I mean, they're putting cars in Magic Kingdom, so maybe if they were to do this area, they could put the door coaster here, and then they can relocate Laugh Floor to here, and then maybe move this to Magic Kingdom. But I don't know. Maybe as far as I know, what I think could happen here, maybe they could put the door coaster where Launch Bay is, and, you know, maybe... I don't think this in the feature animation building is going to be enough space, so there's probably going to have to be, like, these might have, like, these training offices and the show support management, those might have to be moved. You know, we can maybe make it work that way. And then they were to relocate Disney Junior to where Walt Disney Presents is, they can relocate Laugh Floor from Magic Kingdom and put it there, or even put a new show. Again, this is all speculation. Nothing is confirmed. But this is just kind of what I'm thinking. Now let's move on to the Muppets area, and I'm really hoping it's not this, just because it was the last thing that Jim Henson ever worked on. Or one of the last. I think it might be the last, and it's already gone in California. So losing it here too would be a bit of a punch in the gut. And this area is smaller. And another issue I see here is they want to expand Galaxy's Edge, which I'm going to bet that they will. This, having, you know, Monsters Land go here, pretty much scraps that possibility altogether. So, yeah. I mean, these restaurants can be rethemed easily, but even that, I mean, is the Muppet 3D building really big enough for that door coaster? I don't, based on the concept art, my gut's saying no. Yeah, they probably have to, if they were to do this Muppets area, they'd probably have to do some expanding here. And, yeah, but this definitely doesn't seem, and even that, I think them closing Star Tours is probably not likely. Maybe not totally impossible, but I just don't think it's very likely. I mean, I do not think that this Muppet area is gonna last forever. Like, if we see it gone before 2030 for a potential Galaxy's Edge Phase 2 or whatever, would I be shocked? No. But I think for this new Monsters area, Monsters Inc. area, I should say, this Animation Courtyard is the way to go. I think it makes a lot more sense. This is what I think is going to happen firmly. But again, no, with this new Little Mermaid show being on for, you know, just opening this fall, there are cons to this as well that, you know, kind of complicated. I mean, I've even heard, like, one of the thoughts I had at one point, I don't think this is going to happen. Let's try to find it on here. Yeah, a lot has changed since I last went. I at one point thought maybe they can get rid of the Indiana Jones show and, you know, like this area, and maybe do it around here, like where Frozen sing-along crap is, and like this Mickey Shorts Theater, but this doesn't seem like a whole lot of space either. It would be very crammed. And I mean, having an Animation Courtyard makes all too much sense, because you got Toy Story Land right here, and there could be an entrance, you know, to Monsters Inc. Land not far from there, not just, you know, two Pixar properties back to back. Makes all too much sense. But yeah, we'll just have to, construction starts on the project, I believe, is starting next year. So we'll just have, only time will tell. But I am putting my money on this area. I think it's going to be, you know, probably bye-bye Launch Bay before the end of the year. Bye-bye Disney Junior possibly. Unless they relocate it to here, to like where Walt Disney Presents is, or one of the other show buildings. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, this concept art definitely shows significantly more than this one. But yeah, and I don't think Disney has done very many lands that only have like one attraction, so it's probably gonna be like the main attraction is gonna be this, definitely. But they'll probably have, you know, like a show or like some sort of like smaller attraction, which is why I'm thinking maybe relocate Laugh Floor from Magic Kingdom. But again, just a speculation. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I wasn't even sure if I was going to do a video on this for a while, but it's a very intriguing, you know, topic to me, and I've seen so many others, and I just figured, you know, yeah, I'm going to give my feedback, so, hope you guys enjoyed.